Good morning, happy Sunday. Forgive me, my hair is too short to tie back while I do my skincare. Now that I've cut it short, so I just wear this beanie to keep all of my hair in place so that it doesn't get all in my face while I'm doing my skincare. So that's what the beanie's for. But yeah, so we've got a little bit that I want to do this week. I looked at my calendar and I realized that I've actually missed two Nobilis uploads. So the good news is I have to make two less Nobilis reels. The bad news is the YouTube page has now gone 2 weeks without a short. So I didn't really think that through, but that's something that's happened. I took some time yesterday to finish that third Nobilis reel, the one that we started last week. I wasn't going to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday because Thursday was grocery shopping and my brother's birthday. Friday was my 2-year anniversary, and Saturday was just kind of supposed to be a rest day. But we ended up doing a little bit of work regardless, so that's been done. I took the liberty on this to write down what day, what kind of content has to be posted, which is good for me because now I know that today I need to make at least one Restless Dreams reel because the Restless Dreams reels go up on Mondays. So I'm gonna do that now. Luckily for me, the studio vlogs, I've moved from Friday uploads to Sunday uploads, which just gives me a little bit of extra time to edit and stuff and make sure they go up. So the day I'm recording this is the day that the previous vlog should have already gone up. So today I'm gonna definitely start on one of those Restless Dream reels. I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do one for tomorrow and then one for next week so that next week I'm not scrambling. And then I'm going to start another Nobilis reel, I think. That's probably what I'm gonna get at today. I don't know if this week I want to start doing the filler vlogs or if I just want to focus on having the Restless Dreams reels and the Nobilis reels done. We'll see how that goes. On the topic of filler vlogs, I have like two topics that I wrote down. They're basically the exact same premise, but for both of my indie projects. So one is What the Heck is Forget Me Not, and the other is What the Heck is the Fairy's Tale, which is just gonna be a really quick, hopefully quick, rundown on what the project is, how it's gonna be produced, where you can watch or read it, like little fun facts and stuff like that. I think that'll be really fun. I don't know what other two vlogs or filler vlogs I will put up for September because the Sonic fanfic reading, they did okay. They did all right. But it was also a little bit jarring to go from weekly vlogs to here's some fanfic that I wrote. So I'm not entirely sure. It makes my channel feel a little bit scattered, but considering you get vlogs where I'm working on my projects, I think getting videos related to my projects shouldn't be as jarring. But yeah, I'm gonna make a coffee so that I can stay focused. I think I might do an iced coffee because I'm just really craving an iced caramel latte right now. So I'm gonna make a coffee. It does mean I can't have a tea during the stream, but it's fine, it's whatever. I'm gonna make two of those Restless Dreams reels, which I probably won't be able to show you because, again, it's recorded content. And then I can get started on another Nobilis reel. So let's get at it while the sun is still up. What time is it now? It's not even 10 o'clock, it's 9:50. So the vlog for this week or last week hasn't even gone up yet, so that makes me feel good. Let's get started. All right, it's now just shy of 11:30. I ended up recording 3 reels instead of 2 because I decided I was going to turn my story with my manufacturer into a TikTok series, which if you're curious, it'll be going up every Monday. And the story required 3 parts rather than 2. I also double checked my calendar and I missed a Restless Dreams reel, so I've put X's here. I'm going to fill out the rest of the boxes, and then if I have extra time, I will fill in these X boxes, and that'll be just a buffer for October, because remember, this is supposed to cover August and September, but if I don't need these boxes anymore and I have time, then I'll just do 2 more extra reels and 1 more extra Restless Dreams reel to have a buffer for October so that this shit doesn't happen again. I was going to jump straight into doing another Nobilis reel, but I think while I have my backlog made, I should take the time to actually schedule everything, because there's no point in having the backlog if it's not scheduled and ready to go and then I forget to upload it. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to hop into a Nobilis reel. I need to pick an audio. Picking an audio is always the hardest part for me, but I have like a collection on my Instagram DMs, so we'll see what we can do. It's already been an hour and I've only just finished scheduling all of the clips for my YouTube channel and just started uploading them all to TikTok, mostly because there was 1 reel that I needed to edit and put text over, but for some reason Premiere was being a bitch, and even though the reel was only 5 seconds long, it was exporting a 22-second video and I didn't know how to fix it, but I got it. It's still really annoying to manually upload to every single platform. I do have, I think it's called Metricool, which I use for Nobilis Studios, my animated reels. I just upload everything once to Metricool and it uploads on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. But the free version only allows for 1 brand, which means you're only allowed to link 1 of each social media platform. So I haven't done it for my business. I'm starting to think that maybe because the business has 2 uploads a week and Nobilis Reels only has 1 upload a week, I take down all of the Nobilis stuff for Metricool and I put Restless Dreams in there instead, because this is taking forever. But yeah, just an update. Uploading to multiple social media platforms is hard. The other annoying thing is that YouTube will let me schedule as far ahead as I want, but TikTok will only let me schedule up until the 4th of September, and I don't know when Instagram is going to let me stop uploading, but it's going to be around the same time, around the 4th of September. So now I have to put an alarm on my phone for like the end of August to make sure that at least for TikTok and Instagram, I finish uploading the rest of my reels. Ah, boy. Oh my god, guys, today is not my fucking day. This trilogy, am I in the wrong for requesting a partial refund? Each thing was supposed to be like a minute long, and for some fucking reason, only the first 22 seconds exported for each part, so now I have to redo the entire thing. This is not my day. I'm gonna fucking crash out. Alright. It took exactly 2 hours and 10 minutes, but I fixed everything. I re-recorded the 3 reels that I did that had the exporting issue. I scheduled everything that I currently have into YouTube, and I have scheduled TikTok and Instagram up to September 4th. I set an alarm on my phone for August 31st to make sure that I finish scheduling everything for the rest of September on TikTok and Instagram. I'm finally done with this part of my day. It was not supposed to take 2 hours and 10 minutes. It was supposed to take maximum an hour and some change. But it's fine. It's done now. I don't think I have enough time to start and finish a Nobilis reel before my stream, but I'm definitely going to start one. So that's what I'm gonna do until it's time to stream. Never mind, my cat has climbed onto my desk, which means I'm now not allowed to do anything until he is satisfied. So I guess maybe we're not working on a reel today. I don't fucking know anymore. All right, I did manage to finish the reel. That's because I didn't really color them properly. I thought that having a single color kind of fit the vibe for what the reel was about. But it's now 4:17. I'm supposed to start getting ready for my stream in less than 15 minutes, but I had the sudden feeling that I just cannot go on anymore unless I shower first. My hair has been put through the ringer since it's been cut, and it feels really gross. So I'm gonna try and speed run a shower. My stream will probably be late, but I have to do this. I have to do it right now because I feel super gross. So this is probably going to be the last clip you see of me today. I might put one of my reels from this stream in the VOD. I might not. Either way, I will see you tomorrow.
Fine. Mike almost shot me. Is that fine?
We didn't know. We didn't know.
That's not fair. She was scared. I'm the one who's scared.
Yeah, actually, Em has a right to be scared right now, but
None of us know. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for Emily, please, just try to understand. Understand the palm of my hand, bitch.
yo! Let's fucking go!
I'm so sorry.
Understand the palm of my hand, bitch. Dude, that is such a good line. That is fire. Oh, that is good. I love M. I love M. I love M.
Shit. We've got to get to Mike.
Alright, hi guys. It's 1 p.m. on Monday. I have already done all of my house cleaning, all of the chores I needed to leave the house for. I've already got all of my stereotypical Monday stuff out of the way, and it's now lunchtime. So I'm just gonna heat up and eat these pizzas. I'm gonna watch something, and then I'm probably just gonna get straight into Nobilis reel work. I already have an audio clip downloaded. It should be a really quick and easy one. And then I don't know if I'm going to do any more Restless Dreams reels after that, or if I'm going to start planning the next Nobilis reel, or what's happening. But I'm just going to take the rest of the day one step at a time, because I really want to have the energy to do an art stream tonight. Because I've already cancelled 2 art streams in a row last week and the week before. And that makes me really sad, and I also have a commission to work on. So I'm going to eat. I'm gonna get to work, and then hopefully I have the energy to do a stream tonight. Alright, it's now 3:33, everybody make a wish, and I didn't think I could finish one Nobilis reel, but I ended up finding 2 really quick and simple audios that I wanted to use anyway, and so I used those, and now I have 2 finished. I also have a 3rd audio picked, but even though I have a full hour until I need to set up for my stream, I think I just want to have an hour to myself. I'm making mad progress. It hasn't even been 2 weeks into August yet, and the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is the studio vlogs. Everything else can be done really quickly. These last 2 reels I can probably do in an afternoon. These Restless Dreams reels, once I have enough ideas for them, I could probably do all of those in an afternoon. It's just the vlogs that I'm gonna have a bit of an issue with. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm now currently debating if I finish all of my backlog stuff early, which at this point I probably will, do I get started on The Fairy's Tale or Forget Me Not or whatever my September project is going to be early? Or do I spend the rest of August continuing to build a backlog and have September and October to work on projects? I think that's the route I'm gonna go. I'm going to keep building as much of a backlog as I can during August. So even when all of this stuff is done, I'm going to continue backlogging so I can have 2 months to work on a project. But we'll see what happens. For now, I don't really want to think about it. I just want to sit down, turn my brain off, you know, all that kind of fun stuff until it's time to stream. You know what? I was already tired, and I still think that taking that hour break, like between 3:30 and 4:30, was the correct decision. But I am like just wiped. I don't think I have it in me to stream, and this is the third Monday in a row where I have cancelled the art stream. And to be fair, last week I put a message out in the Discord server saying that the next 2 to 4 weeks are going to be really, really hectic because my partner got a new job and he's migrating from that job to the new job in, I think, on the 25th. And so we're kind of trying to figure out how our home life is going to change and stuff like that with the new job. So we're trying to keep things up and running in these 2 weeks, talking about it, figuring it out. And then the first 2 weeks of his new job will kind of set in motion what we think we need is going to happen, and we're going to make adjustments and stuff like that. And then on top of that, I'm also trying to get the snooze off the ground. I'm trying to plan for some conventions. To be fair, the conventions that I am trying to prep for are not until October, but it's still stressing me out. It's the kind of thing where I'm really excited to have a convention, but as soon as I get approved for a convention, I'm going to stress about it until it's done type situation. So I have conventions to plan for. I'm trying to get the snooze off the ground. I'm really, really hitting home with the Fairy's Tale. The Fairy's Tale pilot's like halfway done, and I really want to focus on getting that done. And my brain is too scattered at the moment to do all of the home preparation, like work on my business, work on my pilot, and then also have streaming. And to be fair, streaming is the second most profitable thing that I've got going for me right now. But for context, my store brings in anywhere between $300 and $400 a month. That's my top earner. And then Twitch, I'm lucky if I get $80 every 2 months. So there's a big disparity between first and second place. So I have pulled back. I usually stream 5 days a week for 4 hours, so about 20 hours a week. I'm pulling back for the next 2 to 4 weeks. I'm only gonna do like 3 streams a week. It's very much on a when I have time and energy basis, but I generally pick 3 days where I'm like, okay, these days I generally very rarely, if ever, cancel through because of my energy levels. So I'm gonna try and keep those days. And then any other day I'm not feeling it, I'm just not gonna stream. If I do happen to be feeling it, I will put on a surprise stream, but I really just need time to myself. So the tea that I was making for my stream, I'm gonna drink it like while I'm continuing to work. Because I still have the gumption to work. I just don't have the gumption to work and also like catch up with chat for like 4 hours, because the art streams, in terms of talking and like having things to discuss, they're the way more intense streams because I don't have a game to like talk about or react to while I'm streaming. So it's a lot rougher doing the art streams. So I'm just not going to tonight. I am going to do the sketch for the commission because I usually only work on commissions during art streams, and because I haven't done an art stream in my brain, I've been like, oh, let's just not do the commission. That's not how that works. I have to do the sketch. And then I'm going to do the other audio clip that I had that I was going to save until tomorrow. We'll see how much of my like progress for monthly prep we get through tonight, and that'll help me figure out whether or not I should add October to my goals, or whether or not it should be like a stretch goal, like, oh, if we get to it type thing. But anyway, I'm really tired. I'm gonna sit down and quietly do my work, have a cup of tea, and we're just gonna vibe. I am definitely gonna stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monster Hunter, but it's probably gonna be the last Monster Hunter stream I do for a while. I'm getting a little bit burnt out. And yeah, so Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday are gonna be the days that I'm aiming to stream this week. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get a little more work done. I'm gonna drink my tea. I'm gonna be cozy. You might get another clip tonight. You might not. I don't know. But either way, we'll see you later. Morning, guys. It's 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, and bro, I got a lot more work done yesterday than I thought I would. I don't know if you can read that, but all of the Nobilis reels are done. I think I did like a total of 4 yesterday, which is the most I've done in a day, like ever. To be fair, I was picking some audios that were kind of on the shorter side, but I wasn't even picking them because they were shorter. I was picking them because out of all of the audio clips I had in my backlog, those were the ones that I thought were the funniest. So all of that is done. And I was sitting down yesterday and I'm like, man, I got so many clips done today. Like, what is up with my production? It feels like I had way more time in the day, and I know I didn't stream yesterday, but even then, it feels like I had more time in the day. Guess what? I did have more time in the day. I did have more time in the day yesterday because I forgot to upload and schedule all of my Twitch clips for my YouTube and my TikTok page. And that normally takes roughly an hour to an hour and a half, depending on technical difficulties. So that's why I was able to get so many clips done, because the time that I should have been spending uploading my TikToks, I was animating other TikToks. It's fucking wild. So needless to say, I've booted up my computer. I need to sit down and do that now because I've technically already missed an upload. One upload was supposed to go up literally a minute ago, and it just hasn't. So I need to schedule all of the other reels for this week, and then I can continue doing what it is that I need to do. There's still 5 TikToks that need to be made for Restless Dreams on top of all of the vlogs that need to be done. To be fair, those vlogs, actually all of these, include stuff that needs to be uploaded this month as well as stuff that needs to be uploaded next month. So even though there's like 7 empty slots for studio vlogs, I only need to make 4, because 4 of them are going to be vlogs that I'm uploading this month, like my weekly vlogs. So I don't need to worry about those. But what I'm planning to do is I'm going to upload and schedule all of my like Twitch clips, and then I'm going to take some time to record all of these Restless Dreams reels. There's only 5. The most difficult part of recording a reel is figuring out what you want to record. So I'm going to do that, and then I could get started on some of the September videos, like what the hell is Forget Me Not and what the hell is The Fairy's Tale. But I did promise a client that I would try my best to get their commission finished today. So once I've done the TikTok scheduling, once I've done the recording of new reels, I'm going to sit down and do the commission. If I have time between the end of that commission and the start of my stream, then I'm going to rest, but I'm not going to fall into the trap I fell into yesterday and like lay down and close my eyes on the couch, because that was the end of me. The second I did that, my day was over. So we're not doing that, but we do have a little bit of shit to do today. So let's get started, why don't we? Okay, it took a little over an hour. It took like an hour and 5 minutes because I stopped for maybe 15 minutes in the middle to play with my cat, because my cat was really annoyed that he hadn't been played with this morning. So that's all done. Now time to doom scroll on my phone until I can figure out what kind of content I want to make for my Restless Dreams TikToks. So we'll see how that goes. Guys, it's been 40 minutes and I'm trying my best to go through TikTok and Instagram to look at what's trending for small businesses. I've got my own analytics up to see what my best reels are on my YouTube page, and I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I don't know what to do. My best reel by far was a best and worst sellers for Supernova, but I haven't been to a convention since Supernova, and I'm not going to another convention until October, so I can't make any more convention reels. How do people do it? How do people do it? I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep brainstorming, but like, I don't understand. All right, the Restless Dreams reels for August and September are done. I basically just filmed testing a bunch of different products in the Visionary sketchbook. I was planning to do it like maybe once every 2 weeks, once every month type thing, but it got away from me. And yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to do. So I just tested a bunch of different supplies in this book. I gave my honest opinion, and I don't know. I don't know. I am going to keep making Restless Dreams reels throughout this month. I think these ones are just going to be filler for like if I really genuinely cannot think of anything else. But I really do want to make some better clips, especially if I'm going to schedule for September and October, which it looks like I'm going to do. I only have 4 vlogs to finish, and then all of my September stuff is done, and we're not even 2 weeks into August. So I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. For now, I'm going to finish the commission that I started yesterday, and truth be told, I'm probably also going to do a little bit of research on how other people create content for their small businesses because I don't know what I'm doing. I really, really want to know what I'm doing because I really, really want this to do well. It's just I don't know what's going on. But I make cool stuff. I think it's cool, at least, and I want people to see it. So it's time to knuckle down and do some research. All right, I finished working on the commission. I'm having a look at what I have left to do this month, and really it's only the studio vlogs. I had a third video idea, what the heck are snooze, and I've been thinking a lot about the content on this channel. Originally, I wanted to do vlogs because vlogs take the least amount of time on top of everything else that I'm already doing, but I'm not entirely sure if this is a direction I want to keep going or not. It could just be how tired I am, making me feel like I don't really want to do it anymore, but we'll see what happens. I think I've decided that I am going to do a bit of a stretch and also schedule for October, because the main reason I was thinking against it is I would need 4 vlogs for September and then also 4 for October, and I didn't have it in me to try and record 8 long form videos in 1 month on top of the vlogs. But I've realized that in October, I only actually need 2 because I'm going to 2 different conventions. I'm going to one the first weekend and then one the third weekend. So I can just vlog for those conventions and turn those into content. And because like I'm already going to be at the convention, it'll realistically only take me 1 day to put all of the clips together. So realistically, there'll only be like 2 days in October where I have to do vlog stuff. So the fact that I would only need to make 6 videos and not 8 has kind of pushed me over. I was like, okay, cool. I will also plan for October. I don't really feel like using my voice to make any more content right now. It's almost 3 o'clock. I'm exhausted, but I don't want to cancel tonight's stream because I canceled yesterday's stream. So I'm going to try keep it on the down low as much as possible. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the 4 Nobilis reels that I would need for October, or at least to get like one of them started. And then tomorrow I will spend the entire day just sitting down trying to brainstorm stuff for video ideas, trying to brainstorm more Restless Dreams clips. Like tomorrow is just going to be a brainstorming day. I'm not going to get annoyed if I don't end up actually making anything tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be research, all right? But for now, I think I'm going to add the October schedule to this page so that I can keep track of everything, and I might just make some more reels. Good morning, guys. It's almost 10 past 11 on Wednesday. I slept in quite a lot. I haven't had the spoons to go about my day normally without having some sort of pick-me-up or crashing in the middle of the day or cancelling a stream in a very long time. So even though I only slept in for maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think it was well deserved and I needed it, okay? So I made a couple of decisions last night. I have been burning out for a while. I've been crashing. I have too many fingers in too many pots. And I turned to my partner the other day and I said, something's got to give. Something's got to break. Um, and yesterday, my cat's got the zoomies. Yesterday, I finally made a couple of decisions on what's got to break and what's got to change, at least in this period while I'm waiting for him to start his new job so that I can redo my schedule. So first things first, Forget Me Not 2 is probably going to be put on the back burner, at least at my end, for a little while. I made the decision that I need to prioritize getting as much of the Fairy's Tale prepped and ready as possible, so that as soon as I have funding to pay the voice actors, for episode 2 onwards, I can just get their voice lines done, and then most of the heavy lifting is already done because I've done the prep work for it. So that's the first thing. On my end, Forget Me Not is going to be put on the back burner. My boyfriend is still going to be doing the relettering, the bubbles, and like coloring any like spare pages that I have laying around. So it will still be worked on, just not nearly as much. The plan is to have as much of the Fairy Tale prepped and ready by the end of the year as possible, so that next year I can work on Forget Me Not 2 while I'm accumulating funds for the voice actors. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that regardless of what my partner's new work schedule looks like and how that's going to impact my stream schedule, the streams are not going to be any more than 4 days a week. I've been doing 5 days a week for a very, very, very long time, and up until like 2 weeks ago, there was a period where I think for almost a month I was streaming 6 days a week, and it's really exhausting. It's really tiring, and that on top of all of my other stuff that I have to do, it just wasn't feasible. So we're going back down to 4 days a week. I might bump them up an hour, so even though it's 4 days a week, it's 5 hours per stream, so it's technically the same amount of hours, but then I run the risk of burning out all over again. So for now, it's going to be four-hour streams. Just so that I have a little bit of time to rest, and there's a day where I don't have to stream, that my partner's not home, so I have the apartment completely to myself to relax. Just little quality of life things like that. So that's the second thing. The third thing actually has to do with you guys. So as you guys can see, I had planned to do, actually it's up here, I had planned to do one video a week for August, September, and also October. I've been doing a video a week for not very long, maybe like 3, maybe 4 months. I don't think it's been that long, but that is also kind of burning me out a little bit. So we're gonna half it, and instead of doing 4 videos a month, we're gonna do 2 videos a month. There's still gonna be vlogs like sprinkled throughout, but most of the videos these days are gonna be like talking about how I run my business, talking about Forget Me Not, talking about the Fairy's Tale, talking about like writing characters and stuff like that. Stuff that realistically I could script, record, and put together in a single afternoon. I hope in the long run that will be a lot less tiring than what I do now. But again, there are still going to be like vlog type videos, especially when I'm doing conventions. I'm planning to do convention vlogs. If I spend like an entire month like building an idea from scratch, then I'm gonna turn that into a vlog. Like there's gonna be little things that are still gonna be like art studio vlog related stuff. But overall, I think that having this form of content will be better for me in the long run, especially since I don't need to produce a video every single week anymore. I'm going to bring it down to 2. I don't want to do any less than 2 because it just feels a little bit, not wrong, but it feels a little bit, so 2 for now. And then that's really great for me this month, because now instead of having to prep 6 videos for September and October, because I got 2 studio vlogs in October, or 2 like convention vlogs in October, I now only have to prep 2 for September, and then I don't have to prep anything for October because I've got 2 conventions in October, so I'm gonna have 2 convention vlogs. So that makes me feel a lot better about all of this shit that I have to do, so that's really nice. But yeah, I don't know if any of this is a good idea. If anything, I'm worried that it'll make whatever it is I'm planning to do worse. But I really do think, for the sake of my own mental health, I need to either reel back on a couple of my ideas or fully cut off a couple of ideas, which, again, unfortunately, Forget Me Not is on the back burner for a little while. I actually do have a Forget Me Not project that I'm hoping to have out by December. A couple of years ago, in like 2021, I think, I did this really, really shoddy animatic called Christmas with Caden. My dear friend Henry voiced Caden. I had a friend of mine at the time voice Haley, and I did Siobhan myself because I didn't have the budget for voice actors. And I'm planning, like, that video's been taken down. It was on this channel, but it's been taken down. I'm planning to grab the audio from that video and refine it a little bit, and it's still going to be an animatic, but it's going to be similar to the style that the Fairy's Tale pilot is going to be in. So there is Forget Me Not stuff coming out, which I'm really excited for. But yeah, a lot of stuff is going to change. I'm still going to do my vlogs for August, sorry, because we've already come this far. I don't want to change my scheduling like halfway through a month, you know what I mean? So we're still going to do August vlogs, but at least now my prep work for September and October is not nearly as daunting. I still have to do like reels and clips and stuff for October, but like the video aspect of it is infinitely less stressful. So I'm gonna sit down, I'm going to script up as many of the video ideas I had as possible, because even though now with my new formula I only need to make 2 videos, I actually have ideas for 5. So what I'm gonna do this month is I'm gonna make as many of them as possible, and then so I'll make all 5, maybe I'll come up with 1 extra idea, 6, that way I have September, November, and December, like, ready to go for videos, and then I'm gonna spend August just doing as much of this as I can. Absolute best case scenario, which is kind of what I want, I can have September, October, and November planned out, but I'm not holding my breath on that because I only have 2 weeks to get like everything set up. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna I'm gonna script. I don't know if we'll get to recording today, but I would like to. So see ya. Holy shit. Writing the script for that video, What the Heck is Forget Me Not, took way longer than expected. I don't know why. I had all of these thoughts, and then I came to writing them down, and it was like, like it just wasn't coming out correctly. It took me hours. It took me like 2 or 3 hours, and I took time to sit down and record it. I literally just finished recording, and now I have to set up for my stream. That's how long it took. And all of the stuff I wrote only equivalated to being like ever so slightly less than 20 minutes. Like, this is why I don't like scripting content. But at the same time, I think this is going to be better than doing like a vlog every single week. You know what I mean? I think it'll be better. So yeah, I recorded the What the Heck is Forget Me Not script. In terms of B-roll, I'm literally just gonna do like a Forget Me Not themed speed paint. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. And then the next video that I'm doing in September won't take as long because there's no scripting process. Instead of scripting, I just have to go through my sketchbooks from 2018 to present day, and like find all of the Forget Me Not relevant pages and then record for like a sketchbook tour type video. So that one's not going to take nearly as long, which is why I'm kind of okay with this one, like all the prep work for this one taking an entire day. It's just really annoying, but it's done now. I'm gonna set up for stream. This is gonna be where I say goodbye to you guys. Say goodbye. This is gonna be not the last vlog that I ever record. Like I said earlier today, I am still gonna do vlog on occasion, but I can't do it every single week anymore. It's too much. I just can't do it. So this is goodbye for now. I'll see you guys next week, and then the week after, and then not again until October. All right. Goodbye, everyone.